Have you ever pondered the journey of a soul that draws near to this world, but never takes its first breath? Or perhaps you have sensed a gentle presence, a quiet echo of a life that was intertwined with yours before departing. What you are about to explore will fundamentally shift your understanding of life, connection, and the unseen journey of the spirit. In the moments to come, we will explore 3 profound insights drawn from timeless wisdom that have brought comfort to countless hearts. First, the moment of true connection between a soul and the body during pregnancy, and why this insight transforms our view of early loss. Second, the transformative understanding that can emerge from this profound connection, and the wisdom shared from that unique perspective. And third, the incredible currents of spiritual support these souls encounter in other realms of being, an understanding that has helped families find peace across the world. Perennial wisdom shared across ages offers a powerful perspective. A deeply reflective teaching once posed a question that stirred the human spirit: what becomes of my child's soul? The insight that flowed forth was so profound it touched countless lives. It teaches that the union of a soul with its physical form is not an instantaneous event at conception, but a graceful, unfolding journey, a gradual deepening of presence throughout pregnancy. And here lies a transformative insight. Even if the journey in the womb is shortened, the experience is never without purpose. Imagine a soul preparing for its earthly path, slowly merging with the physical vessel. It is like a stream flowing towards the great ocean, gathering wisdom from every stone and turn along the way. Each month, the connection deepens, but the soul is never confined. If the journey concludes prematurely, it is like the stream returning to its source, now rich with the experience of its course, carrying knowledge that enriches the great cycle of existence. This is the very essence of the wisdom that is shared. A soul that has experienced 22 weeks of developing life might communicate this to a grieving heart: I am not lost, dear one. I am more vibrant than ever. My short time within your loving space was an advanced course in human connection and physical form. I am now a guardian of your path, preparing for the next flow of our shared journey. This understanding deepens even further. Such wisdom often comes with an intuitive resonance that speaks directly to the heart. It might recall the private moments a father grieved in solitude, a sorrow shared with no one, yet felt across the veil. This is not vague belief. It is a profound, intuitive knowing that has been a source of deep healing for families for centuries. Wise teachers who have guided grieving families have noted these deep intuitive connections consistently reveal a knowing, a compassion, and a specificity that eludes simple explanation. Whatever its source, this shared wisdom brings profound peace. Timeless teachings contain some of the most detailed explorations ever shared. Consider the parable of a couple who had faced 3 consecutive pregnancy losses. In a space of deep contemplation, not one but 3 distinct streams of consciousness communicated, each illuminating their brief journey and their present state of being. The first soul, whose presence was felt for only 8 weeks, conveyed, I came to awaken your hearts to a deeper love. My purpose was fulfilled in those 2 months. I touched your souls and opened a channel to a love you did not know you possessed. That was my offering to you, and your gift to me was the feeling of human devotion. This soul then shared something that left the couple in silent awe. It described how the mother had hummed a simple, unique melody during the 6th week, a song born of pure love and never spoken of. The insight came, your melody reached me in the space between worlds, mother. I carry its vibration with me in the realms of light. Here, the understanding becomes truly transformative. The second soul, present for 4 months, offered detailed wisdom about its spiritual learning during that time. It explained that while in the womb, it was simultaneously attending a school in the spiritual realm, learning about human emotion, sensation, and the sacred bond of family. The teaching continued, every day you loved me, every moment you dreamt of my life, every time you placed a hand on your belly, I was learning love in its purest form. That learning now helps me guide other souls, preparing for their own earthly journeys. Your love has multiplied into service for many. The third soul, who remained until the 7th month, revealed the most profound truth. It communicated that all 3 souls had agreed to this experience together before their journeys began, in harmony with the parents' souls. They were a family of spirit, working together to elevate their shared consciousness. What chose this path of brief encounters to teach you that love transcends physical form? The insight explained. Every tear you shed for us became a prayer that built a stronger bridge between your world and ours. You did not simply lose 3 children. You gained 3 eternal guardians who will watch over and guide your family's path. The account of this deep, intuitive knowing included something that even the most grounded observers found remarkable. An inner knowing gave the couple the very time they would welcome another soul, and it described specific qualities of that future child, including a small birthmark. In time, the couple wrote to share that everything had unfolded as their inner guidance had suggested. Their son was born healthy, with the very birthmark described, and as he grew, he would speak of having 3 guiding siblings who visited him in his dreams. Esteemed researchers who later studied this shared experience wrote, "The specificity and accuracy of the information in this account go far beyond what can be explained by coincidence or psychological factors. It represents either true spiritual connection or a profound form of human intuition." But consider what other ancient teachings have revealed about the spiritual support these souls are given. Another teaching describes how a child's soul, after a 28-week journey, shared an insight into an entire realm of existence dedicated to souls who experience these shortened incarnations. The spirit painted a breathtaking picture. "I was instantly met by luminous beings who understood my path. There are entire realms of light populated by souls like me who drew close to earth and returned early. We are not wandering or in sorrow. We are the experienced learners, the spiritual pathfinders, preparing for more significant missions." This insight explained that these souls who return prematurely become specialists in bringing comfort to other families navigating similar paths. They act as a universal support team, sending signs, dreams, and feelings of peace to grieving parents across the globe. Every rainbow after a storm, every butterfly that rests on your hand in a moment of sorrow, every sudden wave of peace that washes over you when you weep. We are behind these moments. The insight communicated. We have become the builders of bridges between your world and the source. The wisdom then revealed something that changes everything about how we perceive such loss. It explained that souls on these shorter journeys still absorb vivid impressions of the love they felt in the womb. This love becomes their spiritual energy for helping others. "The love you poured into me during those 28 weeks did not vanish when my body was released," the soul conveyed. "That love is now a lighthouse that guides other souls home. Every hopeful prayer, every song you sang, every dream you had of our future together, all of that love is now actively healing broken hearts across dimensions." A similar teaching documented an even more remarkable account. A mother who had lost twins at 24 weeks received an insight where both spirits communicated in unison, completing each other's thoughts as if they still shared a single space. "We were practicing harmony even before birth," the wisdom flowed. "Our purpose was to show you that souls can work in unison across any perceived barrier, even the one between life and what you call death. We are still twins, mother, simply twins in a different realm of being." These souls revealed that twins who cross over together often become spiritual partners, specializing in bringing comfort to other families with multiple losses. They described working together to send harmonized signs, like seeing 2 songbirds together or finding twin flowers blooming where none grew before. And here is the most transformative part. These twin souls offered an intuitive knowing of 3 major touch points in their mother's future life, her journey to a new partnership, the number of children she would later embrace, and even the life path of her future son. Everything unfolded precisely as her inner knowing had guided her to see. Perennial wisdom consistently suggests that the 7th month of pregnancy is significant. Certain teachings explain that before this time, the soul retains great freedom to move between the spiritual and physical realms. After the 7th month, the connection becomes more anchored, which is why later losses can require more spiritual support for the soul's transition back to light. This may explain why many mothers report profound dreams and spiritual connections during early pregnancy. As one insight expressed it, "During those first 6 months, I was your visitor in the dream space, mother. Every peaceful dream you had was our souls meeting in the realm between worlds, crafting a story of love that would transcend all physical limitations." Many respected spiritual guides and physicians who have worked with families for decades have documented hundreds of cases where the intuitive wisdom of unborn children provided healing guidance. In their private journals, they wrote, "These deep connections contain spiritual, psychological, and even physical insights that have completely reshaped how I perceive consciousness, life, and the very meaning of human existence." One teaching revealed something that stands outside of conventional thinking. An insight from a soul that had a 20-week journey described how the emotional impact of loss creates spiritual imprints that can be healed through specific contemplative practices. This insight provided clear guidance for a healing visualization called the Soul Bridge Meditation. The practice involves picturing a bridge of pure, golden light connecting the parent's heart to the realm of spirit where their child now resides. Hundreds of families who have used this practice report profound healing and even a palpable sense of connection. When you build this bridge with your love and focus, the insight explained, "I can walk across it to bring you comfort whenever you call. Your sorrow becomes the foundation for our eternal connection." But here is what truly transforms our view of pregnancy loss. Another teaching documented a case where a spirit revealed that many souls choose these brief incarnations, specifically to help their chosen parents awaken spiritual gifts. Some souls accept these short journeys as a mission of service. The wisdom flowed. "We come just long enough to open your hearts and awaken intuitive capacities you never knew you had. The grief you feel is not a punishment. It is the labor of giving birth to your own dormant spiritual powers." In that story, the insight indicated that the mother would discover healing abilities within 2 years. The guidance proved true when she found she could offer comfort and wisdom to other grieving parents with extraordinary insight. The collective records of human experience contain countless stories of parents who, after such a loss, developed profound gifts, deeper intuition, healing hands, or prophetic dreams. It is as if the brief presence of these gentle souls leaves a spiritual seed that activates our hidden potential. One of the most challenging, yet profound, revelations comes from a very old text. A soul after a 16-week journey revealed that some souls choose these abbreviated lives to avoid traumatic world events they can foresee. I perceived the conflicts and hardships that would mark the coming decades. The insight shared, my soul chose to remain in the spiritual realm to serve as a guardian and guide, rather than taking on the density of that physical turmoil. This was not a retreat. It was a strategic choice for the highest service to humanity. This same source of wisdom is said to have accurately described major world events, details that were not widely known until many years later. One of the most respected chroniclers of these timeless teachings wrote in his private notes, "These accounts offer some of the most compelling reflections on the survival of consciousness. The clarity, consistency, and healing power of these communications suggest we are touching upon genuine contact with souls beyond the physical." A different teaching will transform how you perceive time and spiritual growth. An insight explained that a single day in the spiritual realm can equate to roughly a year of learning on earth. This means a soul who spent even a few weeks in the womb underwent the equivalent of years of spiritual development. My 12 weeks with you, Mother, gave me the equivalent of 12 years of education in human love. the spirit communicated. I am now prepared to teach other souls about compassion, sacrifice, and the sacred bond between a parent and child. Your brief pregnancy was my advanced degree in unconditional love. This revelation reframes the entire experience. Instead of viewing it as a tragedy or failure, we can understand it as an intensive spiritual development program that profoundly benefits both the soul and the parents. Perhaps the most inspiring revelation of all comes from another sacred teaching. A soul that completed a 25-week journey shared that these brief lives are actually spiritual missions accepted by wise souls to serve humanity. I am part of a task force of spirit, the insight explained. We volunteer for brief earthly assignments to plant seeds of love, awaken dormant compassion, and strengthen the connection between realms. Every parent who loves us, even for a short time, becomes a beacon of light that makes it easier for other souls to find their way to earth. This wisdom revealed that these bridge builder souls often coordinate their journeys, with many choosing a similar period to maximize their collective impact on raising the world's spiritual awareness. It offered a vision that is proving remarkably prescient. In the coming times, as humanity faces its greatest challenges, there will be an increase in souls choosing these brief incarnations. Each one will awaken more people to their spiritual nature. The accumulated love from these missions will reach a tipping point, sparking a global spiritual blossoming. As we move through this era, we are seeing exactly what this insight foretold: a remarkable interest in spirituality, life beyond the physical, and the nature of consciousness itself. A powerful story speaks of a family that had experienced 4 pregnancy losses over 6 years. During a period of deep reflection, all 4 streams of consciousness communicated, revealing they were a soul group working together on a sacred mission. What came to prepare your hearts for the special soul who would be your child on earth? They explained. Each loss opened your hearts wider, made your love deeper, and prepared you to raise a soul with a vital purpose for humanity. We were the team that prepared the way for your true destiny. The intuitive knowing accurately described that the couple would welcome their child exactly 18 months later. They described this future soul in vivid detail, including specific personality traits, gifts, and even physical qualities. When that child was born, every detail matched perfectly. More inspiring still, this child grew up to become a gifted doctor who specialized in saving premature infants, directly serving the same community his spiritual siblings had once been part of. This story illustrates a profound truth that echoes through ancient wisdom. What appears as loss often serves a higher purpose, preparing families for their ultimate spiritual mission. Another beautiful teaching reveals the existence of what are called sanctuaries of comfort in the spiritual realm. These are places of deep peace where souls who have had shortened journeys are trained in how to send healing energy to grieving families on earth. I now serve in a sanctuary of comfort. One soul's insight explained. Every day, I and thousands of other souls like me send waves of peace, hope, and love to parents who are weeping for their children. When you suddenly feel an unexplained peace in the midst of sorrow, that is us reaching across the veil to hold you. This soul described these sanctuaries as beautiful, light-filled structures full of gentle music and surrounded by gardens where the souls of children play while learning their assignments. Each soul is paired with specific families to guide and protect. I am not just your child who did not come to term. The insight continued. I am your personal guardian, assigned specifically to your family for all time. I know your hearts better than you know them yourselves, because I grew within one of those hearts. Longtime keepers of these sacred traditions have documented countless letters from families reporting a felt connection with their unborn children after embracing this wisdom. One keeper wrote, "The consistency of these reports convinced me that we were observing a genuine communication between realms. The healing and hope this perspective brought to families was undeniable." An ancient text contains one of the most detailed descriptions of a soul's experience during pregnancy. An insight explained that during gestation, the soul previews earthly emotions while retaining its broader spiritual perspective. Every time you felt joy about my arrival, I experienced joy multiplied tenfold. The wisdom conveyed. Every worry you had for my health, I felt as pure, loving concern. I was learning the full spectrum of human feeling in a safe, cherished environment. This emotional education now helps me assist other souls who are preparing for their journey to Earth. This insight revealed that souls in the womb are simultaneously present in both physical and spiritual dimensions, receiving guidance from enlightened teachers while their earthly connection forms. I had the best of both worlds. The insight explained. I was growing in your love while being taught by masters in the spiritual realm. When my time in your womb concluded, I graduated with honors in both human love and cosmic wisdom. Another account offers incredible hope to families. A soul after a 30-week journey revealed that these souls often choose to return to the same families when the conditions are right. I will return to you, Mother, the soul promised. When the time is perfect, when your hearts have healed and expanded, I will choose you again. You will recognize me by the profound sense of completion you feel when you first hold me. The love we shared created an eternal bond that cannot be broken by death. This loving intention then predicted the very season of its return. Years later, when the parents conceived again, the mother reported an immediate sense of spiritual recognition, as if welcoming back a beloved child who had been away on a great journey. The archives of human experience contain dozens of similar stories where families report unmistakable signs that their departed child has returned in a subsequent pregnancy. Perhaps the most comforting truth of all comes from this simple, powerful insight. A soul explained that those who experience these abbreviated journeys become love amplifiers in the spiritual world. Every moment of love I received from you is now magnified and sent to thousands of other parents who need comfort. The wisdom shared. Your love for me did not end with my physical form. It became a renewable source of energy that powers healing across dimensions. You didn't just love one child. Through me, you are now loving countless souls. This teaching revealed that the love energy generated during pregnancy, even a brief one, creates what wise ones call reservoirs of love that can be drawn upon by anyone in need. When a parent anywhere in the world cries for their lost child, they can tap into the reservoir of love that your experience helped create. The insight explained. Your pain becomes their healing. Your loss becomes another's gain. This is the divine mathematics of love. Nothing is ever lost, only transformed into service. The final teaching from one great sage, shared just before his passing, contained a vision for our present time. The wisdom flowing through him said, in the early part of this new century, humanity will finally begin to grasp the true purpose of these sacred, shortened journeys. Science itself will start to recognize that consciousness is not confined to the brain, confirming the truths this wisdom has always held. Recent explorations into quantum physics and the nature of consciousness are showing remarkable alignment with these ancient insights. Studies at leading institutions are suggesting that consciousness can operate independently of physical brain function, supporting the possibility of the soul's survival after physical death. That final teaching offered one last vision. In this era, the accumulated love from all souls who have taken these brief journeys will reach a critical mass. This will spark a global awakening where humanity finally understands that death is a transition and that love is eternal. The children who departed too soon will be recognized as the great teachers they have always been. As we witness this unprecedented global interest in spirituality, life after death, and the nature of consciousness, this vision appears to be manifesting exactly as was foreseen. The wisdom gathered through the ages reveals a powerful truth. The souls of children who do not complete their earthly journey are not lost or confused. They are wise spiritual beings on profound missions to awaken love, strengthen families, and build bridges between heaven and earth. Every loss, no matter how early, can be seen as serving a divine purpose in the great cosmic plan of spiritual evolution. The grief you feel is not a punishment, it is the labor of your own spiritual awakening. The love you shared, however briefly, becomes an eternal source of healing for others. Your child, who did not arrive in this world, is not gone. They are more alive than ever, serving as your personal guardian while also acting as an amplifier of love for the entire universe. The short time you loved them in the womb was not a tragedy, it was a sacred mission, perfectly accomplished. In the great unfolding of existence, there are no failed parts, only courageous souls playing their roles in the eternal symphony of divine love. Your unborn child is not a lost note in that symphony. They are a conductor, ensuring that the music of love never ceases to play.